Hey everybody, and welcome to the week 7 newborn vlog. So Taylor is 7 weeks. I have 1 more week off work. I took 8 weeks off.
Yeah.
So next week's my last week, and then back to work. And as you can tell by the title of this video, we've all been sick.
Yes.
So we're hoping to make this one shorter because we don't have much energy. Taylor hasn't done a whole lot this week because he's had the stuffy nose and been kind of miserable. But he does do this Superman thing on his changing table where he puts both arms up, and we call him Super Baby or Super Boy.
It's really cute.
I'm not sure what it means. I thought maybe it meant he wanted to be picked up, but he doesn't seem to be fussy when he does it. He seems pretty happy. So we like to go, Super Boy!
Do you want to do it? You usually won't do it unless he's on the changing
Yeah,
table.
usually like flat on his back and then puts his arms up. He's been kicking a lot too and stretching a lot. So we cleaned all Emily's and Zoe's old toys and we thought maybe he could start playing with them. So we pulled out this one, which was Emily's favorite. I'll hold it up here. Okay, we don't need the music on for this. We hear enough of that. But really, they're supposed to be kicking it with their feet, and so since he's been kicking a lot, we pulled this out, washed it, changed the batteries. Amazingly, it still works. It's got these ties so you can tie it to the end of the crib. He hasn't liked it too much. I mean, he's been happy enough with it. But other than that, we got a bunch of toys that he kind of needs to know how to grab to use, and he hasn't quite figured that out. He will grab, like, Mom's shirt or my shirt when we're rocking him.
Or Emily's hair.
I'm not sure if he's doing it on purpose, but generally he's just getting his hands in a fist. He also will suck on his hand.
When he's really hungry.
He hasn't figured out to pop out the thumb and suck on his thumb. I was a big thumb sucker, so I'm not sure if he'll do that or not. But he does suck on his fist. Alright, well I guess that's the end of the updates for baby Taylor. As I said, not a ton going on this week. So on to the sickness that we've all got. It kind of started last week when Emily got sick. I think something was going around school.
Yeah.
She said some of the teachers and a bunch of the kids are sick.
Even the principal.
Yeah, so on Thursday is when she really felt it for the first time, and that was the day that Hilda was on the clear liquid diet.
Yes.
So it wasn't a good timing.
It was kind of the perfect storm for me to get sick on Saturday.
Exactly. So after the procedure on Friday, then Hilda woke up Saturday and felt pretty crummy.
I was sick enough that I wanted to go directly to the doctor because I had laryngitis and my throat was sore. I was convinced I had the flu or something really, really bad.
She was pretty bad off. Mainly it's been sore throat and a cough that's just like a tickle in your throat.
Yeah.
As well as it turns into a really stuffy nose later. Zoe ended up getting it probably on Sunday. I don't know. It was like a day later. And so
baby.
Baby pretty much got it right when Mom got it. I mean, he was also kind of low on the vitamins and food because of the clear liquid diet day. And the day after. So I was the only one resisting it, and then I woke up like Tuesday and felt it. So that was a bummer, but it's better to get it over now than just, I mean, oftentimes with sicknesses that the whole family has, like everyone will, like half of us will be sick and get over it, and then the other half gets sick and gets over it. And sometimes we pass it back and forth. So it's better if we're all sick at the same time and all getting over it at the same time. So,
but the timing of it was bad because Saturday, which is today, it was supposed to be my baby shower that my family in Eastern Washington was throwing us. So the plan was Friday we're going to drive over and stay with my cousin in Sunnyside and then drive to the baby shower on Saturday and then go home on Sunday. And then on Wednesday we kind of realized that with everybody sick, it probably wasn't a good idea to travel. And my aunt sent me a text saying my cousin canceled and I couldn't stay with my cousin
because they were sick.
So we wouldn't have a place to stay. So then we'd have to get like a hotel too. And I was like, we don't really feel good either. So I mean, it'd be a lot of work to stay in a hotel to be sick and with a baby with a stuffy nose and traveling.
So I canceled. I was honestly dreading the drive there, the drive back with a newborn. Like, yeah, he likes the car, but not for that long.
And with
how
the
many
stuffy
stops
nose
are we going to have to make and all that?
Yeah, diapers and feeding. It just seemed like it would take us, like, literally all day. What should be, like, a 3.5 or 4 hour drive would have been.
They ended up canceling middle of the week, and I think it was for the best. I ended up going to the doctor on Thursday. And I felt much better after getting on antibiotics.
Which made me want to go to the doctor on Friday.
And then she got on some antibiotics too, and now we're on the road to getting better. And girls, they said didn't need anything, and they pretty much seem over it now. They had it
the girls
first.
seem pretty good.
So Emily and Zoe, I'd say on Thursday, that was kind of the first day they were like, oh, we feel a lot better. And you can tell they've got their energy back. There just wasn't a whole lot of energy this week. We kept sleeping.
And it was a beautiful week. The weather was nice, and I kept looking outside like, we should be outside, like, working in the garden. But we did not feel like doing anything but survive.
Yeah, I just wanted more sleep. I just kept wanting more sleep. And part of the problem was this little guy, before he was sick, he was sleeping about 4 hours a night. But when he's sick and he's got the stuff he knows, he wakes himself up. I also think he's just kind of wanting to nurse to feel better. Yeah. So he wakes himself up after an hour or two. And that's
sometimes even like 5 minutes he would just wake up.
True. It could be as little as possible, but like max he'll sleep is like 2 hours. So for the whole week, we're running on empty, and we worked so hard to get him to sleep, and then he'd just wake himself up. The worst thing was our coughing. So we just had this tickle in our throat. It's the worst when you lay down. So we'd get him to sleep
at like 5 in the morning. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We went to bed at 5 in the morning.
Yes.
And then we'd wake up at 7 to get the girls off for school.
We were trying from like 1 o'clock on, and he would go to sleep, and he'd wake himself up in like 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah. So then we'd start the whole process again. It's hard because he sleeps in a room, so we'd get him to sleep. We'd work like half an hour. He'd be asleep, but then we'd need to cough, and that would totally wake
Mike
him
would cough, and then I would want to cough, and then baby would wake up because we're coughing. And
it was bad, and and even if we weren't coughing, he'd still wake himself up. So we were lucky to get 2 hours of sleep, at night. Yeah. We'd get the girls off to school and go straight to bed. Like, usually we'll do dishes, laundry, clean up, do things for an hour and then go to bed, but we just needed sleep. So we go to bed. And most of our sleep was from, the 9 o'clock till 1 or so. That at least made it survivable. Hilda would take naps during the day, oftentimes. Yeah, in the evening. Feed, 6 o'clock or something and fall asleep, and she would go to sleep with them. So we're just kind of surviving off very little sleep and doing that, which wasn't helping the sickness. But now that we've been on antibiotics, me a couple days, her a day, last night, Friday night, was like the best sleep we've gotten. So I think he fell asleep around 1. I could tell his stuffy nose wasn't as bad yesterday. 2, he seemed to be in a bit better mood. I think he fell asleep around 1, and then we slipped into bed after we took our showers and did a few things around 2, and he slept pretty much till 7, I think he said. Yeah. I got about 7. I think I changed his diaper. And then we went back to bed until like 12 or something, which... So that's like the most sleep. It's like a 6-hour chunk and a 5-hour chunk. Like, oh my God, that feels so much more rested, so much better. I mean, my whole thing was, baby's not going to get better until mom gets better. Right. None of us are going to get better if we don't do it at the same time, because like if I get over it and Hilda's still sick, well... That's not going to... I think the problem for me was I was really resisting antibiotics because I know it's really hard on your flora, like your good bacteria in your gut and stuff, but I don't know. I think sometimes there's just times when you really do need them, and I'm grateful for modern medicine because as soon as I took the first pill, I felt like a world of difference. Just one pill, made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be okay. And you can't mess around with a baby. I mean, we're lucky because I know I had a fever one night that was like 101. That was one of the nights we stayed up till 5 Yeah, but like that was the worry with baby was if he gets a fever, then we're in trouble.
Then we have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because you don't want the baby to have a fever, and especially depending on how high it is, it can be very damaging.
Right.
That's something we experienced with Emily within her first week. Luckily, he's older.
Yeah.
But
he's still little.
He's just had the stuffy nose and a cough too, but you can't even. You know.
Mike's the only one that got the fever.
It is good for his immune system. We haven't given him anything. Hilda did have her 6-week checkup from post-surgery.
Yeah.
And we got to kind of tell the doctor that we were sick and that the baby had the stuffy nose. And he just kind of said, well, as long as there's no fever, you'll be okay.
Yeah, he said just keep an eye on the baby and make sure he's not like having a difficulty breathing or anything like that.
Yeah. It's just hard for him to nurse with the stuffy nose. He was
sometimes he'd like have to take a break to breathe.
He was doing weird things and kept like kind of choking on the milk or getting it in his little lungs.
Yeah.
I think it's just because he was trying to breathe through his mouth and nurse at the same time. So the main thing we could do was clean out his nose with the little ball suction thing, and oh my god, he hates it.
Yeah.
I mean,
he would just cry.
It does good because it pulls out lots of boogers.
Yeah, which there's really no way for him to like blow his nose.
That seemed to be the best. I mean, I would always do it when he was mad anyways. Like, we're changing his diaper. He's not happy. All right, I'm going to suction your nose because you're not happy anyways type thing.
Yeah.
But it helps him sleep better. And I didn't do it yesterday, but pretty much every day I was doing it once a day.
We also had those little boogie wipes that are popular, and that kind of makes a sensitive wipe.
So yeah, the 6-week checkup that I mentioned with Hilda, everything went smooth.
Yeah.
There really was nothing to report. He checked her out, checked the incision and the scar.
Yeah, everything looked good. The scar's amazing. Like, he really knew how to, like, sew me up just perfectly. No complaints. You can't even see, like, the old scar or scars, so...
Yeah, it just looks like one scar, really.
Yeah, one scar.
It looks the same to me as it always did, so...
Yeah.
So that was good, and it was actually her OBGYN, which we were a little surprised, because the last time we thought it was going to be, and it wasn't. So it was good. We got to talk to the actual doctor.
And I guess the nice thing to report, too, is I have lost 20 pounds, but I'm kind of on the road to losing more. But, you know, when you lose a big chunk and then you're kind of at a standstill for losing more weight. So I think until I change either my diet or, like, start exercising, I'm probably on this, like, plateau. We'll take what we can get.
So next week we've also got baby Taylor's 2-month checkup.
On Thursday.
It turns out they don't generally do a 1-month checkup. We went to schedule it, and they said, no, we just schedule your 2-month. And then the girls' yearly checkup and vaccinations. For 7 and 9. Stuff like that. So currently they're on 2 separate days. We're kind of hoping, since they're the same doctor in Seattle, to call next week and maybe combine them. Other than that, we've just been trying to get through our to-do list. Way back when Hilda had the ingenious idea of making
Actually, it was your idea.
Honey-do list. Well, you were rattling off things you wanted me to do, and I'm like, well, you better
just make a list.
So we've had a list of, I don't know, 20, 25 things that
and we're almost done with all of them.
Not to mention we did plenty more than what was on there.
Yeah.
They weren't easy things. They were like building a raised bed, doing the compost bins, fixing lights, and major things like that. So it's been hard to get through them all, but it kind of keeps us focused.
We try to do at least 1 or 2 items on the list a day. So over time, we've gotten a lot of stuff done. It feels really good. It feels like it kind of sets me up for, like, you know, becoming the full-time stay-at-home mom, where I've had Mike this whole time. You know, if I have more things just kind of in order, it'll be easier, and I can kind of follow the routine that we've set up together.
That's kind of the worry right now with only a week left, is how is it going to go when I go back to work, specifically the nights?
Yeah.
Really hard to tell right now because we were kind of on a better path, you know, a week ago before everyone was sick.
And going to bed at 5 in the morning is not going to be okay if Mike has to wake up at 7.
It's not going to be either parent can do it, because sometimes if Hilda's snoring and passed out, I'll get the baby, I'll change the diaper, I'll rock him. And you know, if I'm dead asleep, then she'll do it. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot harder, and I need at least more sleep than what I've been getting during the night.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been taking naps, and I'm not a nap person, so that says something right there.
Seriously.
But I got to move that sleep to the night so that I can function at work. All right, time for the baby shot at the end. So we weren't sure if he was going to be in a good mood for this video, and look, he just ended up falling asleep like a little baby.
He has the cutest outfit on. Has little clouds.
Yeah.
It's one that Michael picked out.
And let's get a close up. His skin has bumps on it, and I'm not sure if this will show up on video. We're hoping that clears up eventually, but it doesn't seem too bad. His hair is a lot lighter and falling out in the front, but in the back it's darker. You can see that patch.
I was going to show you his hand. He doesn't want to put it straight though.
There's his fingers and his long fingernails.
Oh, don't look at those.
Which we haven't really cut or filed down like we should have.
I'll do one or two at a time, but
he seems to have long fingers. And look, his face is just getting chubbier. Like, you see that double chin.
Yeah, so cute.
He's got the little double chin from all of Mama's milk.
And he's got the little rolls on his
Yeah, that's
arm.
that's where his rolls first showed up, right there. And the ear, the little elf ear. Which Zoe seems more concerned about that than anyone. I'm not too worried about that. He's also got the nose and that little dimple under it. Taylor. You snoozing? You snoozing? Alright. I think that'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Alright, that's Mr. Cutie right there. So that's the end of this video. We're hoping to just get better, and hopefully next video will be a little more interesting and we'll have more energy. If you missed any of the newborn vlogs or want to see a previous one again, click the link over there. I've got a whole playlist. Still working on his birth videos. We did a lot of videos the first week when he was born. So I've got the first 2 episodes of the Fox Boy show up. We'll put a link to that one too. That's when he was first born and everything that was going on then. And then these newborn vlogs have been weekly since then. So, and I think that'll wrap it up. So we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we're better then. Bye! Bye!